Hey guys, it's Kelly Ann and welcome to another Flossy Friday. Today is April 9th and I'm filming from my bedroom because it's more convenient for me today. So it's a little bit of a weird angle and I apologize for that. But I don't have a whole lot to show you, so it should be fine. I have only worked on 2 things this week, and Wednesday night I was able to go over and hang out with Ashley Wednesday night, and I worked a little bit more on my quilt blocks, but not anything worthy of showing. I still have to finish the lattice blocks. So basically what I got done was I ironed the 8 blocks that were fully finished, and then you have to take the 2 muslin strips and sew them on each side of the small piece to then cut those in half to then sew them onto the long colored fabric piece on each side. So I got all of the small pieces with the muslin on each side and got them ironed. So I have to individually hand cut all of them. I'm not going to stack them and cut them. I'm going to hand measure and cut all of them. So that's where the quilt is at. And so that's why I say there's not much more to show you from last week, but hopefully I will get to work on some of that this weekend. I really want to finish getting the blocks done by the end of next week. So hopefully the blocks will be done by the end of next week, and then Ashley and I are going to lay out mine. She hasn't been able to work on hers anymore because she's had some other commissions and other things come up. So anyways, hopefully by next week, all the blocks will be done. Ashley and I can at least lay it out and I can start putting the top together. So I really hope to have the top put together by the end of April. That's my ultimate goal. So that's quilt news. The cats are doing fine. Actually, Potter is walking his way in here because he hears me talking. But him and Stella were in the next room sleeping, so she may be on her way as well. So you may get to see them, you may not. But okay, so let's just dive into it. Like I said, I only worked on 2 things because this last week I worked some on my quilt blocks, and I really wanted to finish fruits. I wanted to finish it so bad, and I went home for Easter. I went to my dad's and saw my dad and my grandmother and Jackie, and we just had a pretty chill weekend. Easter evening we went over to Jackie's family and we had barbecue outside, and that was really fun. But for the most part we ran some errands and went to a lot of plant stores and a lot of plant stores, and did some stuff around the house and in the backyard and just really relaxed. And I did go to the frame store because they were having their it's a biannual sale off of custom framing. So we dropped off the quilt, the magnolia painting, and the white cat painting. So those should be ready, I think he said in 2 weeks, so they should be ready at the end of next week, but I won't get them probably for another week after that. So anyways, let's show you the stitching. So while I was back home, I didn't stitch Friday or Saturday, and I finally was able to stitch some on Sunday. Friday, I was just drained. I got there and we hit the ground running. We did all these errands and all kinds of stuff. And then Saturday we did a bunch of errands during the day, and then we cooked later that night, and it was just busy. And so Sunday while they did some of their errands that I didn't go and do, I got to just hang out with the cats, which you can see Stella. And so I got to stay back and cross stitch and hang out with the children. Come here. So she's been sleeping with Potter in the other room. And he's in here, but he's on the floor. And she will have surgery on the 23rd, Friday the 23rd. Okay, all right. That's enough about life updates. So let's talk about cross stitch. So all I had left was my grapefruit to finish, and it's now done. I love this so much. I have to find like the perfect frame for this for my kitchen, and that is big enough. But yeah, I love this so much. And so here we go. So we have orange, grapefruit, kiwi, cherry, lemon, raspberry, strawberry, pear, apple, fig, pomegranate, and kumquat. And I really, really hope that they come out with a vegetable. I would love to make this in a vegetable version with the Italian, and I think it would be so cute. So I can't wait to FFO that and get that hanging up in my kitchen. It's so adorable. I love it so much. So once I finished that, I brought back with me, I brought back home with me my All Around Texas by Redbird Designs, and I brought back my Britter Kitty Cats of the Month. Oh, also, this is on Picture This Plus 18 count in Whirlpool. 18 count Ada in Whirlpool. And this pattern is from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It was their first ever stitch-along, and you can get it on their website. Highly, it's a lot of colors, but it's so worth it. I need to iron it really bad and get it framed. So, okay. I sometimes forget to say that information, especially if it's a finish. So, this next one, so I was going to, on my lunch breaks this week, work on the Britter Kitties, and I just haven't been able to. I wanted to work on the All Around Texas. I really want to get it finished, and I'm going to send it to my friend Amanda. And, so hi Amanda. And so I've been working on it nonstop other than working on my quilt on Wednesday with Ashley. So I pulled this back out on Monday evening, I think, because I finished my grapefruit on Monday, and I pulled this back out Monday evening, and I haven't not been able to work on it. So I didn't start my March or my April Britter Kitty month, but I have been working a lot on this. And so what I have gotten finished is I finished the words the Riverwalk, the Alamo, San Antonio, Lone Star, Blue Bonnets. I did the little Indian paintbrush flower, the Blue Bonnet, started the A, finished the T, did the cardinal, and started, it just says try, but it's the tail end of the word country for hill country in the corner. So, and I finished filling in the white of the Texas flag. I haven't put the star button on yet. I'm going to do that last, just so that way my hoop doesn't get in the way of where the button is at any point and like mess anything up. This is on a 32 count Lugana in a custom fabric from Sunflower. It's a custom sunflower print fabric from Rogue Stitching. So, and I made a video about their sunflower print fabrics, the ones that you can buy at any time. I made a video about it in November, and it's here on YouTube, and it's on my Instagram as an IG story, and or an IGTV. And I also talked about the custom printed fabrics, and this fabric is still amazing. So I sent them this photo of a Texas flag waving in a field with beautiful blue skies behind it, and I knew that this size fabric would be big enough for this pattern because it is a square. It is, I think, what size does it say? On 30 count, it says cut 18 by 18, so it's around like 14, I think. It's 138 by 141. So I just off-centered it a little bit. I made sure that I did it center, but I moved it over so that way I didn't stitch on top of the flag over here. So as you can see, I finished all of this over here. So I finished the Riverwalk, San Antonio, the Alamo, the Indian paintbrush, the blue bonnet, started the A of Texas, finished Lone Star right here, did the word blue bonnets, I filled in the white of the flag, which you can't really see, finished the T, did the entire cardinal, and started the word country, but you can just see the TRY. I'm doing everything in the called for except for the word Texas. I am doing that, the called for DMC. Let me rephrase. So everything is called for DMC except for the word Texas. That is in Wildflowers by Karen in Camel Brown. And I decided to do it in Gentle Arts in Cinders. So you can kind of see it. It's like a black cherry. It's gorgeous. And then it calls for 3371 just for this part of the cardinal, like the feet, the underside of the wing, and the front of the face, to be in 3371, which is a really dark brown. And I went ahead and did that in Cinders as well, and I think it looks really nice with the red. And that's the only place that color is called for, so that's kind of why I did it. Geez, Potter. So I've made a lot of progress in the 3.5 days that I've been able to work on this. So this is going to stay out until I finish it. I'm enamored with it. I love it so much. I want this one done, and then I will move back to, well, to be fair, this was in the pile to be worked on that has been in there since the beginning of the year. It was just calling to me. I've just really been wanting to stitch on this one, and so yeah, so then I'll move back to that pile, which will be which once this is done, what's currently left in the pile is Witches of Salem, Christmas Rules, and I added Mrs. Bingley's Library because I'm making a lot of edits to it to make it smaller and not include the house, and my Stitch Rovia from her first book, which her second book just was released the other day. So anyways, I absolutely love this. This blue bonnet is amazing. This is one of the best stitched out blue bonnets I've ever seen, as far as like getting the colors like pretty accurate in the way that they kind of like splash around, like from dark to light to medium. This is one of the best charted blue bonnets I've ever seen. I love it so much. The Indian paintbrush looks amazing as well. Yeah, I love this. I cannot wait. So what is left is, this is such a hard photo to like see. I wish I could show you the pattern because it's so much easier to see than on this little photo. But I have Hill Country, Austin, Salsa, Dallas, Fort Worth, Yellow Rose, and El Paso. So I have, you know, the rest of Texas and then all of this up here. But to be fair, all of this goes really fast. So I'm a little over halfway. And anyways, I love it so much. And if you have something like this, or like I said in the video about the sunflower print fabrics back in November, if you have like a wedding photo and you just want to put like a border around it or embellish like some of the flowers and add like the date and the names or a birth announcement or something with your pets or anything like that, or something like this where it's like a state sampler basically, and you can find a really cool photo of like your state's flag. Check out Rogue Stitching, and you send them a really good photo of what you want put on fabric, and I think it comes out amazing. I've seen it's custom printed fabric, and I've used and seen other printed fabrics, and they all look great. But the fact that you can like pick what goes on your fabric, you can pick the count, you can pick the type, like you can get Aida, you can get 40 count. Yeah, it's really great. So that's what I worked on this week. This one is not getting put down. Maybe this next week on my lunch breaks, I will be able to do the Britter kitties, but I've also been going to the gym on my lunch breaks, so I haven't been stitching every day on my lunch breaks anyways. So, there's also that. But yeah. Anyways, that is it for this week, you guys. Short, sweet, and to the point. I'm planting the rest of my garden today. I did about half of it this morning before work. So I'm about to go finish planting the rest of my garden. So if you follow me on Instagram, it'll be in my stories of like a little tap to plant, because I did take before photos and I'm going to take after photos. So I need to finish planting my garden. This year it's going to be a little bit more variety than last year, because last year I was at the beginning of doing my keto and stuff, and I didn't know if I could have tomatoes, and I can. So I didn't plant any last year. So this year I'm going to have squash, zucchini, 3 different kinds of tomatoes, 2 different kinds of jalapenos, 3 shishito peppers, and a habanero. And I also planted a rosemary, not necessarily to cook with, but because it smells really good, and they're kind of pretty. And, and strawberries. So I also am planting strawberries. So yeah, I'm going to go do that. And my friend Tracy is coming over later, and we are going to, funny enough, we're going to go to, Academy, and because they have some Magellan shorts, and I really want a pair or 2 of shorts for this upcoming spring and summer, and so I don't know what size I wear. So I'm gonna go try on some shorts, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna just hang out, and I'm gonna stitch on this piece. And yeah, what else happened? Oh, my other 2 Lady Dot Creates came in. She, like I said last time, it was a total like fluke accident. Called her, and she got them in the mail the next day, and they came, and it was just another one of the paw prints and of the measuring tape. So yeah, anyways, that is about it, you guys. I hope that y'all are having a great week and have a fantastic weekend. And I will see y'all next Friday in a different location. This obviously is not the best place for me to record. It just happened to be the most convenient for me today. But yeah, I hope that next week, I mean, it would be great if I could get this done this next week, and work on one of the Britter kitties at least, and get my blocks done, and start working on another one, probably Witches of Salem, because that one's so close to being done. So yeah, those are like my goals and aspirations for next week. We'll see what happens. But yeah, anyways, have a great one, and I will see y'all next Friday. Bye, guys.